All right, here we go. Mic check. Look like everything is good to go. I got my levels set. Jump right into this here. We got the market opening, decent volume. So that's what I'm looking for off the rip. I want to see price show some speed here. Higher time frame, just to show you guys what I'm looking at here. We have this area of interest on ES right now. Looks pretty solid. EMA's bullish. Everything looks pretty solid, right? So what I'm looking for is, can price hold this area? And right now it looks pretty solid. Tapping into this 9:30 price from yesterday, 2 a.m. price right here. Nice rejection so far. All right, NASDAQ is super strong. YM, what are you doing? YM looks like it wants to bleed lower, take out these lows maybe from overnight session. But for right now, I'm looking at how price is responding to this this order block right here. Right, so if price is going to go higher, I would assume that this is where it would start. We get this down close candle. We get SMT with that candle. All right, you get that divergence showing you that there's manipulation in the market right now. However, ES is still underneath this EMA, so I'm not really too concerned about missing this buy just yet. I want to see how price responds here. First, we need to potentially retest here before going higher, something like this. Same thing you saw here, right? You saw price offer this, well, not really. I wouldn't say that it was clean. You got this bearish candle, you push above it, pull back, break, but I like the way the volume was shown off of this candle specifically on both charts. So a simple pullback with a break and retest should be able to get us paid today. Should be able to get us paid today. Past few trades have been flawless moves, simply because the volume has been really good, right? We do see YM pushing lower here. 9:30 opens. We do have a nice order block as well shaping up here. So give price a chance to manipulate, do whatever it wants to do here. 5-minute chart. Not much going on, all right? Let me check the news forecast before I get too involved here. We have 10 a.m. consumer sentiment, which could be decent volume. But as of right now, there's not much on the table. Yeah, everything is pretty chill Friday. Really, it's been a solid week besides Monday, right? So that's why I say Monday, I will officially start paper trading on Monday, just to give myself like a warm-up type of day. That's 2 weeks in a row. Mondays have been bad for me, and then the rest of the week is flawless for the most part. So where's my music? I can't even hear my own music. 1 second. There it is. So we have this bearish order block here. This was prior to 9:30, so I really don't want to give it too much attention. But you see this move up here, fail, push lower. We're tapping back into it, showing a bit of rejection. See what the 5-minute looks like over here. Yeah, so you actually do get a clean order block here on YM for that 5-minute open. You get that push higher, sweep internal, tap into this 10 a.m. price, slam lower. See how price responds if it can push back into this red zone here. Maybe take it lower. Very simple, right? But for right now, I'm eyeing the buys. Let's go look at the daily. Right, which candle put in the high or the low of the week? So we had Friday, then we have Monday inside bar. Tuesday, we take out the highs, right? Put that high in on Tuesday. And then Wednesday was an inside bar. Thursday, we put this low in, right? So when you're looking at this, you should be thinking either this is the high of the week and this is the low of the week, right? Or Friday takes out one of these. And Friday wants to be the breakout, right? Friday either breaks out lower, takes the low, or breaks out higher, takes the high. Same thing over here. Daily chart. Let's see here.
And everything, so.
Yeah, so the daily chart over here, we have a high being put in almost every day of the week, right? We have Monday. Okay, Monday was an inside bar. Tuesday put in a new high, failed to make a low. Wednesday put in a high, failed to make a low. Thursday makes a high and a low. I'm thinking that Thursday is the low of the week here, just because of how bullish the markets have been, right? You should almost just lean upside for the most part here. So if Thursday is the low of the week, Friday should be able to take this high. Look, and we already taken it out on NASDAQ and ES, so maybe YM wants to start pushing and at least taking out some of these highs here as today's session goes on. Right, so now we're just chilling, waiting for some more volume. I'll take a look around YouTube, see what all the other traders are up to while we wait for a trade. I doubt anybody else has a trade going so far, though. I'd be surprised. Yeah, I'd be surprised. Hasn't shown much of anything so far, right? Could be cooking up something out here. Notice how price is holding this level right now. Got the SMT off the low. We got a nice push off of this yellow zone. If we can get a breaking structure like this here, break out through these levels here, then I can start targeting these pre-market highs, these internal highs here. Right, what do you notice though, right? At 9:30, price opens up, takes out these lows, taps into this accumulation area here, which is probably a 30-minute order block, exactly, right? We tap into here. This is where you can find a lot of buyers. A lot of bullish activity can stem from areas like that. So that looks good. Just waiting on some sort of valid market structure shift. So yeah, that's the plan for now. Draw this up, put it to the side, and now we wait. All right, cool. See what that 2-minute chart looks like. Yeah, nice. You got the same bearish candle here. Nice move off of it. Let's see if that volume is still up for grabs, man. This week, honestly, the past month has been the best trading conditions I've seen in a long time. Just wake up and print money. There goes more volume, and yeah, you can almost see that this is pretty much the same exact trade that we've taken all week, shaping up here. Just need a strong follow through here. And as I mentioned, there is news at 10 a.m. So price could chop around and wait a little bit to prepare for that news. And then you get that follow through after 10 a.m. So it's just a matter of whenever price is ready to break. All right, yeah, so we're chilling now. But yeah, let me go look around and see what everyone else is drawing up today. Yesterday, if you guys remember, Lumi shorted. We went long. Who else? Tanya went long also. I think that was about it. Yesterday was kind of funny though, because they both got in trades like super early. And I'm like, bro, how are they confident enough to trade? And then come to find out Tanya was right. I was like, okay, yeah, now I can see the buys. And which one is stronger? Let me figure that out. I want to say that Nas is just the strongest one. Yeah, if you notice, right, Nas is well above ES. Here's 2 a.m. price right here. Here's 2 a.m. price. ES is tapping into 2 a.m. price. ES is tapping back into this accumulation down here from the overnight session. All right. So NASDAQ is well past ES. And it might want to go lower here. I'm looking at this as a potential rejection block here as well. Rejection zone. You see this up close candle here. You see price. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we try to go lower here. Let's see how this closes. If we can break this low, that's going to be an obvious short, right? Because we've given price a couple chances to break out here, and instead of breaking out, it slams into here. We've already got a nice move off of it. Yeah, this looks like a short, bro. Let's see if ES can give you that same pressure, though. You need to see that same exact break of structure here. And you could potentially take this lower off of this up close candle. Yeah, this is nice. Let's see if it holds or what. You got two levels here basically going at it. You got the red zone for the shorts and the bullish zone, which is yellow for the buys. The EMA is stuck in the middle, so that tells you this is pure accumulation at the moment. But once we can break out here, I would be anticipating a nice move. Really nice. YM failed to break, so honestly, I think this is pretty much your answer here. YM failing to break lower is probably, you're about to see another rip higher here. You can use this internal high as a break of structure. But yeah, no trade so far. EMA holding up nice. Let's see what happens here. YM, what are you gonna do, buddy? YM does have a potential bearish idea. Potentially, right? Get this attempt to go higher, you fail. We pull back into it and break structure. There is a lot, and it could be as simple as price is bearish, we should be targeting that previous daily low. Right? The same way if we were bullish, I would be targeting that previous daily high, or at least the previous session highs, right? But we could end up dumping here. We'll see. We'll see. 7 minutes until news. You can tell price is really just killing time here. So I'll be back. This is essentially what I'm looking at. A break and retest for lower, or a break and retest for higher. Wow, there goes that push. Yeah, we're chilling. We are chilling. And then now look at it. We're about to push back into this same area here. Let me find something. Yeah, so it would be anything in this area right here that I would consider bullish territory. Yeah, including that previous daily high. All right, yeah, we're chilling. This looks like it could go short. Let's see if anybody shorts this. Hold on. I'm watching Tanya, Lumi, and Tyler. Let's see. Let's see if anybody gets involved here. Beautiful break lower. All right, so you get this retest idea. Makes you wonder, are we actually gonna go lower here? We'll see how this retest goes. Nice, bro. Nice, kid. Notice the timestamps below. That type of stuff gets my attention. I'm thinking price is likely going to draw into this 6 a.m. price or 10 p.m., whatever, midnight, whatever the case may be. So I don't think the sell-off is done. The key is how far do we sell off before we pull back? Because if you're going to short this, you want to see it pull back into this yellow zone and then get involved. You don't just want to jump in shorts or jump in a trade. So we'll see. All right, here we go. So we're seeing this pullback. All right, so let me draw this up, right? You had the bullish area, which pretty much got taken out. So now this red area, I'll just make it gray for the sake of, from this high to this low. This is where I'm looking for price to retest into and then fail. You know what I mean? Fail, and then from there, we'll get busy. If it fails, if it blows through this, then that's going to be a different scenario. But I think you have to pay attention to a couple things here. How did price respond off of this previous daily level here? We got a nice resistance off of it. We got a sweep of this low. So now we have news in 2 minutes. Price could essentially just completely change its mind and go bullish. All right. There's no valid retest for me so far, so I can move this over, same like that, and then drag this down into here. Yeah, just like that. I would want to see price maintain this red area. Really nice, man. This is clean. If this goes short, I will be shorting ES. Move that over. Put it back. ES would look something like this. Boom, boom, boom. 5-minute candle. Wait, what time did we break? We broke structure here at 50 to 55. Beautiful. So from 50 to 55, I would like maybe something like this to hold. 50 to 55. If we're bearish, I would love to see that level hold. If we can make it back up there, all that good stuff. Oh, it's already... What is this? Oh, 10 a.m. just opened. I'm like, where is this 10 a.m. price coming from? It's 10 a.m. right now. All right, that makes sense. So keep your eyes on this level right here. This is the last bearish candle of this leg. This could give us some clues. If this is not willing to be broken, then that's telling me to look for the buy. And then vice versa. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be bullish, man. Notice how 10 a.m. immediately drives into here, right? Power of three. Power of three. You have to drill it in your brain. When you see a new timestamp, a new 30-minute candle, new 4-hour candle, whatever the case it may be, right? When you see that, you think, all right, how do we open first? What happens? What's the first thing price does once 10 a.m. hits? The first thing it does is trade lower. That's a power of three protocol where it's like, all right, open lower first, then 9 times out of 10, I'm expecting price to go higher after it manipulates into here, right? So now you have this short-term high right here, which if broken, that invalidates this bearish product. There it is. Yeah, look at it go. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're about to try this long on Nez. And it'll be something like this, man. Maybe like 55 points to be safe. And then just take your 1.5 R, 55 for 85, something like that, yeah. 55 for 85, if we can get a closure. If we don't get this closure here, this is probably gonna go bearish. Uh-oh. Let me get the short ready just in case. Because we just tapped into here with a beautiful rejection. Uh-oh, yeah. 8. Maybe just short it down into something like that, midnight price. Uh-oh, yeah. Let's see how this candle closes. Because it's still 30 seconds left. I want to see price start closing through this these bullish candles here. Ooh, let's see. I would love to see a buy just because price has been bullish for the past month now. But what's going on over here? Yeah, this could be a problem. Let's see how these candles close. I'm ready for both sides, right? I am ready for both sides here. 9-point stop. And then maybe just target. This is tough, but where is it actually gonna go? Does it just take out this low? This is tough. I'm trying to be patient here because we are at extremes, right? So shorting here could literally, you could get into a short, price could take this low, and then it could reverse on you. That's what I mean by trading at the extremes. So I'm not really desperate to short this, understanding that we could take out this low and go right back higher. But we are seeing that selling pressure step up here. And typically I would like to see, price needs to start closing through these bullish candles, and then using it as support to go lower. Then I'll try to short. Right now we're still within this bullish candles range. You know what I mean? So we're chilling. A breakout above these highs right here would be long. A closure underneath this bullish candle will be shorts. So far, this bullish candle looks good, where you got that spike higher. And then remember the power of 3, right? So I'm still more bullish than anything. You just gotta wait on that market structure shift. And once that happens, I'm sure everyone in the world is gonna draw up along here if you trade the same strategies like ICT trade. Really clean though. This is so clean. And what do you notice though? This yellow zone is holding up fabulously. Really strong hold here. And we're not flipping this, so I don't think the shorts are gonna play out here. Yeah, I like the buys. Let's get some sort of displacement. Preferably through here, this wick into this area that was pretty much slapped in the face at 10:01. Same wick here. I want to see a close through there, and that's going to open the door for higher. And then I can start erasing these bearish levels once that happens. Still too early though, because this is how price works, right? This could look so bullish, but look at the EMA, right? If we can't break this EMA and we start closing underneath bullish candles, it's going to go lower. And I don't know if I really want to play lower, so I may let the shorts go without me because it's too much down here. If we do short, I'm anticipating a bounce off of it. Power of 3, right? Look at 930. 930 opens lower. We're taking out major swings on the downside at 930. 10 a.m. opens lower, takes out more swing liquidity, and it's just leaving these highs, telling me that this is probably where price really wants to go based on the power of 3. I don't see many people shaping up a trade yet, so Tanya's chilling, Lumi's chilling. I know Lumi's gonna drop a buy. You see the SMT off these lows, all right? Oh wait, nope, not yet. Uh-oh. There goes some more pressure, huh? I don't know. I think it's bullish. I think it's gonna try and maybe sweep out the early buyers, if there's any buyers. But I'm starting to like the buys, man, the most here. Yeah. So far, so good. I'm looking for targets. Like, what is up here? We have any? Okay, we got this hourly order block. Let's go 30-minute order blocks. We got this 30-minute order block way up here. Haven't tapped into this opening price of this bearish candle yet. Hourly. We did tap into this opening, so yeah, something up here. We got this hourly high as liquidity. Same thing over here. Nice. So the volume looks really good. You can see the shorts trying to send price lower here. We tap into that previous daily high, and you see price completely halt. Right now, we're starting to see the ROC buy model where you put this low in and price starts using this low to break out higher. If so, we'll need to see a closure past 27 to 25 on NAS, and then a closure through 71.57 on ES. Right, failure to close through here tells me price is not ready to go anywhere, and it's probably going to continue lower. My target for the buys would be essentially this internal high here, this hourly candle high. Equal high sitting there. This is your 9 a.m. high. All right, there goes your move. All right, yeah, see, look, Lumi's long already, bro. I'm telling you, bro, Lumi is long. Lumi's fire, bro. I don't know what she uses here to, let me see what she's talking about. I don't know what she used here to get long already, but she's already long. I'm waiting on the closure through the red line like we talked about. Green line now. All right, there we go. 5 seconds. Wow. ES doesn't want to break here for whatever reason. But we do have a 2-minute candle closing. What about 3-minute? Yeah, we're chilling, right? So we get the confirmation on NAS.
As you can see, I'm not risking a lot. It's less than
3. ES hasn't confirmed yet.
because this week was quite choppy. Oh, look at the ES. Yes, where did you close?
Yeah, there you go. See what I mean? You can see where the resistance is. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I can sit here and I can just wait for price to shake out as many buyers as it wants to. Because this could still slam lower, bro. We're still underneath this level. We are flipping this EMA, which is fire. Excellent. And we're clearly stronger on NASDAQ, right? So I'm going to be looking to buy NAS. Literally, we close through it here. A pullback, maintain here. I'm looking for that right there. So now we chill. Now we chill. And I got to keep my eyes on YM too, because if these over here try and take off without me, then I'm definitely going to have to maybe trade YM, because these bad boys are moving quick. You get quick burst. You know what I mean? You don't know what's about to happen. Is it going to blast off? If so, I definitely haven't gotten in yet. But we should be able to catch at least one of these. YM, ES, or NQ. One or the other. Something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like YM as well. YM just absorbing a lot of orders here. Make this one green. Oh, price is ripping, I bet. Look at it go. All right, but we're good now, right? Because what's going to happen? You're going to get a sweep of a bunch of internal liquidity here. These highs right here should send price lower. And then on that pullback is where I'll be looking to get involved. You know what I mean? We're just waiting on this closure for ES. Everyone should be drawing up these longs here. Yeah, I'm looking around YouTube, literally everybody's. There you go, right? That's how the markets have been this week. It's been so simple. It may not even pull back today. It's probably drawing up a massive rip here because it's been way too easy. Look at it. Yeah. Let me get ready for YM just in case. I'm just looking for a flip. There we go. Start closing back above this weekly open price, 6 a.m. price. These wicks in here, a nice strong close above should send price back lower for higher. Beautiful setup. Look at the range. It created a nice U-shaped curve here. This is the sell side. We're looking to take the buy side higher, the buy side curve. All right, there we go. So here goes your break of structure. I'm looking for a pullback into one of these levels here. and then I'll be getting in on the buys. We should pull back. Like I said, the macro gives you that break. We don't have any SMTs down here that are significant, if you ask me. So I'm thinking we get a deep drive here that gives you that SMT. We got the 5-minute chart giving us this breakout, which was at 12, so 10. Right here, this is your breakout candle. So this is where price should retest. I like the opening price of this 5-minute candle. We should pull back into it. YM still hasn't taken off yet, so we're chilling. We're chilling. Right, because worst case scenario, you catch YM on the late move and you get a move on YM. But ideally, this is telling me we're about to see a pullback on NASDAQ and ES to retest something in here. Is probably some imbalances or something of that nature. Yeah, there's a 2-minute gap sitting right there. When I tell you everyone is drawing up these longs, it's hilarious. Lumi's already in a long. Let's see, what's Tanya thinking? Is Tanya going? Oh, here goes your pullback right now, guys. All right, cool. Here goes your pullback. I'm watching this closely here. Taps right into the EMA, right into the discount. Let me pull this zone up here. Let me erase the bearishness. We're not bearish here. Pull this zone up to here. This is where we get that retest. And this is where we should see a climb higher. I may buy ES just because it's giving you a better pullback. You did hit that 0.38, 0.5 on that second leg. But YM still hasn't shown anything yet. It might start here though, so we'll see. Really nice, really nice. Yeah, I think I may take. I'm gonna take NASDAQ. I'm gonna take NASDAQ. It's just gonna be a different entry. If it doesn't want to pull back into here, that's fine. Because of how deep we did sell off from this high. If we go to like a 30-minute chart, we had this attempt to go lower here. We are at a discount, right? So yeah, it might try to run, bro. Dang, bro. YM, pick up the pace here, buddy. Don't want to miss out on this one, right? This one is clean. A lot of people are probably filled right now. Let me see. Did anybody get filled? Nah. So we're chilling. Did it pull back into the gap? No. NASDAQ didn't. ES did. Tap into this. Oh, no, it didn't. There's not even a gap there. Okay, we got this 1-minute gap being filled. There we go. Yeah, so I'll be looking to buy this second stage. All right, I'm looking to buy it up here. If price wants to hold it, I'll take it. Go like a 60-point stop to be safe. And you just take your with this type of speed though, bro, you gotta give it a chance to rip, because this is ripping. All right, let's see if we can get this this level right here as a potential area of interest. YM should be ripping. There we go. I may even buy YM, right? Just because it all depends on which gives me the step-for-step ROC model, where we have the break, the retest, and now we're looking for that break of structure. And then once you get that break of structure, you need a pullback. That pullback is where the real money is made. There it is. Yeah. That pullback is where you get paid, because it's all about getting the best entry price on your trade idea. It's one thing to know that we're bullish, but to buy it right here and it sells down and takes your money before going higher, that's not it, right? So I'm looking for a break and retest that pretty much gives me confidence to pull the trigger here. We have SMT off of this candle right here. All right, or do we? No, we don't. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have any SMT on the lower time frames. And when I'm looking for SMT, I'm looking for it inside of this yellow zone after we break structure. All right, so here's your break of structure. Let's see if we can get a manipulation drive back into here. That would make this trade A+. There we go. Drive. Drive. It's trying, man. But notice, remember that 5-minute candle that gave us that breakout? All right, you got this breakout at 10:10 to 10:15. Look at how this order block is holding right now. So if price doesn't want to get underneath there, I get it. I've seen it before, right? 10:05. Yeah. We're chilling. I want to see price close through this bearish candle here. Yeah, you can see it. As long as YM keeps creeping up, yeah, this is textbook. And it's not giving you too much of a pullback, so you could work with this. You could work with this. You got this order block here. I'm gonna go like a 40-point stop. Yeah, something like that. And then now I can get what I'm looking for with a tight stop loss. Waiting for price to try and crash lower. You see price is holding specific levels, right? So my awareness is right on cue. And then I'm looking to see, yeah, bro, you could probably just long this right here, bro. I don't want it to take off without me. Let me draw this up. All right, pull back and try to go here. I'm gonna take this 40 points would be, move out the way, 40 points. $500, 6 micros. All right, yeah, let me get that. Let me get that, kid. I need a good entry price though. Well, let's just wait. I'm not tripping, bro. Because YM looks good, so I'm gonna take my time here to make sure that I snipe this. Long. Because how I'm looking at it is, notice we didn't tap into this order block yet. And we're still not offering any real SMT, bro. These 5-minute lows are clean. Extremely clean. So let's just chill real quick. I got the trade drawn out. 40 would be 6 micros would be 500. All right. There we go. Make it I have some accounts that I'm gonna go bigger on this setup. There we go. Tapping into here now. That's what you want to see. How does this bearish candle hold up now? You need to see this hold. If this green zone holds, I'll be buying it. And now you're starting to see SMT, right? There you go. Notice ES is not as aggressive right now. We're pushing back to this 930 price. There we go. There we go. You see what I mean? You see how the market will essentially bait you into certain ideas. But if you look at the clock, what do you notice? It's 10:20. We got 10 minutes until the next 30-minute candle. This 30-minute candle looks solid, right? We pushed down, gave you some rejection. Now the next 30-minute candle can be where you actually see that expansion. And another thing that's helping me chill right now is YM. YM hasn't done anything. All right, here we go. Now this is nice. This is nice. See the reaction off of the green zone? We sweep the low, put in the SMT, yet it won't close underneath it just yet. Yeah, we start breaking out again. I'm gonna take that. And I'm gonna put my stop, like a 40-point stop. 6 micros. Ideal entry price would be 27 to 47. That would be ideal. A closure above these levels in here. Also keep in mind this 5-minute level is still holding really nicely. It's just tough, bro, when you see the clock, because you're like, all right, this 30-minute candle could literally just chill here. So if I bought it right now, I would be just basically waiting for 7 minutes until the next 30-minute candle. So I would prefer this continue lower here. I don't want to see it break out right now. I would rather see it break out in that next 30-minute candle. That way I don't have to worry about the next 30-minute candle power of 3, right? So at 10:30, you could see that 1030 candle do this, drop into here, and then go, because that's just how the markets work at times, right? Or you can see that next 30-minute candle sit right in here and use the same green box and skyrocket. But you don't know until that next 30-minute candle opens. There's no way for me to tell you what to expect right away. You know what I mean? You got to sit back, let it open. So this is good. I like this. I like that we're stalling here. I like that we haven't broken out. And I'm hoping we can get really, really close to that new 30-minute candle before anything happens. I'm hoping. If not, I'm going to have to take it, because I've seen it where the next 30-minute candle just skyrockets. I've been patient. I'm identifying the swing points that should hold. You see this order block here, this down close candle is where I want to put my stop underneath. And we have this 930 price. So I can go 40, 45 points if I wanted to be super safe. But that's where I want my stop underneath there. And then pay attention to ES. ES is doing the same exact things. Yeah, we're about to take off, bro. 6 micros. Come on. Come on, just push lower for 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes until 10:30. This setup would be way better if it was after 10:30. So you don't have to worry about getting stopped out for no reason. There we go, come on. There we go. What are you guys thinking, man? You guys thinking this is gonna take off or what? Let's see, man. Let's see, man. Let's see, man. There we go. This is solid. Now I can just look at the 5 minute and see if we can get this SMT first, right? So exactly, this is why, you feel me, you don't really need to jump in these trades so quickly. Even though they've confirmed the move, you're looking for that manipulation now that we've confirmed it. A lot of people saw that confirmation and they're going to try to sweep out some of those. There it goes. Take this low. Nice. I would love to see SMT off of like something like this where we just stop right now. ES doesn't take this low. Come on. ES just took the low. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Stop right there. It takes the low. Look at this. Imagine this breaks this low. I might stop. I might call it a day. If this ends up breaking this low here. Thank you, Lord Jesus. This is this is almost too predictable at this point, bro. It's too predictable. And now look, you're gonna see that price either corrects very quickly here. This is gonna end up being a wick or some sort of inversion on the lower time frame, sending price right back higher. And then we'll probably have some like hidden SMT. Hold on, let me see. 5 minute chart. See if we have any hidden SMT. All right, so look at this, right? Here goes your low here. So yeah, look at this 930 low. We take it out on ES. We're nowhere near that 930 low on NASDAQ. That's a hidden SMT. That's the only one. That's beautiful. If it stops here, if it keeps going, like I said, shit, I don't know. 4 minute chart. Yeah, we chilling. I want to see a quick move higher here, man. But I don't think I can play the shorts, bro. After seeing all of this, I don't think I can play the shorts. I think this is going to be one of the best buys you could ask for. And now you know exactly where to put your stop because you waited for the manipulation. So now that price gives you a manipulation like this, you can pull out your fib to this high. Once price starts running, you're like, all right, yeah, we could target. I could target a lot more here. I could probably target 0.75. But you know me, I'm cool with 1.5, 1.7, something like that, right? A lot of my accounts have a maximum profit target, so I'll be stopping at 1,000 on a few accounts. And here we go. All right. So now look. What is it going to give you? It's going to give you a new bullish opportunity where you have a bearish candle. You need to see price use this bearish candle to get where it wants to go before you even think about buying it. I don't care if it inverts this. If it does not break and retest this candle here, then I don't want it. Gaps are secondary, right? Order blocks are primary when it comes to price action in the algorithm. The order blocks are responsible for every single move. All right, you see this order block here? It's just beautiful. Like in hindsight, you can see it. You can see this up close candle fails aggressively. We tap into it, slam lower. Telling you that this is a problem. This order block is the problem right here. You have to break that. You know what I mean? And I could see this trying to go bearish. The only thing that makes me not think it's bearish is the higher time frame. But if you look over here, you see these order blocks are holding. You see these order blocks are holding. You know what I mean? So you could argue, oh, bro, it hasn't broken. It might go short. And I would say you're 100% correct. But for me, there's no real value in shorting next to the lows. If I'm going to short, I need to be short up here, which I didn't have any confirmation to go short right there, right? And then you target the lows. Now you're chilling. But to get in the middle of the move, targeting lows that aren't really that far away, that's just not really worth the risk. Especially when the higher time frame is being supported here. When I see stuff like this, previous daily high holding up, and you see YM over here off of this Friday pre-market London low, you see that get swept. You see the accumulation. You see the manipulation happening. We're chilling, man. And it's only 10:30. One more hour left on stream. Uh-oh, Tanya went short, bro. Bro, you could get away with this short too. It's gonna be tough, but it could break this. I don't think we do. That's just my opinion, based on what I've seen here. But the bearish order blocks are still holding. Who knows how long price will go lower before deciding it wants to go higher. We could end up sweeping this low. I don't know. All right. Tanya is short literally right now. She's short right now. Off of ES shorting 71.54. Yeah, shorting here. You know, it's crazy. We did break that 5-minute level here. I just thought about that. I didn't even notice that. That's not a good look. Price was attempting to go higher here. We broke that order block, tapped into it, failed. Yeah, this looks scary now. It got underneath here, but you want to see like a 5-minute candle or a 15-minute candle, something showing you that maybe we can close back above it. Because the higher time frame is extremely bullish. But I can't, like I said, I can't short this. I'll be okay not shorting this. But yeah, Tanya's short here at 154 on ES, which I can see exactly what she's looking at. I just wouldn't trade that. And then you have the buys pretty much on their, I ain't gonna lie though, if it's gonna go, it has to go like right now. If it goes any lower, I don't think I would buy this. We're back into this original order block. We're back at the extremes. I can essentially minimize this gap now all the way down to here. This is the whole trade idea based on this down close candle. So tapping into this here You don't want to see it fail. We tapped into it once, rejected. Now we're tapping into it again. This is where you want to see that inverse fair value gap. This is when a fair value gap actually matters to me because of where price is jabbing into and the power of 3, right? We've seen that new 30-minute candle open up lower. Remember, we were waiting for 1030. Look at where 1030 is. Look at what it does. It opens lower, right? The same profile we've been seeing. 9:30 opens lower. 10 a.m. opens lower. 10:30 opens lower. Now we're looking for a flip. We get back above here, bro. We're getting excellent buying position here. We are getting excellent discounted buying position. And then here goes the buying pressure, right? This is why you don't short it right now. You have to see a little bit more. You have to see a little bit more. And there goes YM. Yeah, YM's about to lead the way. I'm looking for a flip here. Where are we flipping? Yeah, probably go with this inversion or break a structure through this high, because I'm not really worried about. I was gonna buy up here, right? So I'm okay with being patient and buying it a little bit later. Once we break this EMA, you know the basic protocol, right? We clear the EMA on ES. Once we break this EMA and start using some sort of down close candle as support, right? Something like that. Or simply just there we go. I like this bearish candle right here. Yeah, ES is one step ahead. I'm just waiting on NASDAQ to break this EMA to avoid any chop. All right, price gets up under this EMA, you really don't want to be in no buy. It's really that simple. Sacrifice a few points on your entry, right? I could be buying it here. Same thing yesterday's trade. I could have bought it early, knowing what I want to see is pretty much happening right before my eyes. I could buy this right now, stop underneath here. However, you save yourself a headache by just waiting for this to break, sacrifice a few points, and get in as it breaks. And that's why I will have to wait a little bit, even though ES is already breaking here. But what could happen is, same protocol, ES could take this high. Tanya is about to be stopped. Her stops at these highs. ES could take this high and then pull back and then finally take off, right? Because NASDAQ is not showing that it's ready to go yet. I can draw up a YM trade also. Anybody need a YM trade? This is what you should be drawing up. You see this low? Take it to this high. All right. Also, keep in mind these stamps right here. Look, midnight price is in the way. All right. Midnight price is in the way. So if I'm drawing this up, I can kill that right there. Actually, no. Yeah, I can just draw this, bring it over like this. This is where I'm looking to take. We just close through all these highs in here. Price can tap into anywhere in this zone and go higher. There we go. We're chilling. All right. Yeah, I think I got to just buy this up here, bro, with a 55-point stop. And then we could target this hourly high. Look how much risk to reward we're getting here. This is beautiful. So let me draw this up. It's not going to be 40 points. It's going to be 55. So I can go 5 micros. All right. I'll put that limit there. I'm okay with tagging that, yeah. 11. Yeah, I'm okay with being filled right there. I'm going to set my limit on my other accounts here and wait for that to be tagged. Look at it. Look at this, bro. This is crazy to me, bro. Like, how do you know I'm in a trade? The biggest bearish candle, I literally bought the top of it. But I'm not in on my funded accounts yet, so either way, I'm still getting in this. Either way, it's just funny how the markets work, right? All it looks like it's doing now is retesting this bearish candle. We just closed through here. We got the inversion on ES. Tanya's still holding her short. Nobody else in the trade right now. Yeah, no one else in the trade right now. There goes that speed again. Um, I'm gonna get in there.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Order rejected.
I'm in there.
Order filled.
Oh, did I get in a little late? I think I did, bro. Look at this order block. This should run now, right? This is where you want to see. Oh no, ES just blasted those highs and blasted Tanya. Oh, those highs got ripped, kid. NASDAQ and YM should be running. There goes your entry confirmation here on YM. You would be buying it there. Stop underneath this order block here. And you're looking for speed higher. Potentially all the way up to this 930 open price. All right. All right, yeah. Let's see if we can just blast through these highs here. We got a lot of manipulation on this pullback. So this is why I'm anticipating NASDAQ to catch up. After all, NASDAQ is the stronger one, even though ES has the lead. Similar to yesterday, right? It's the same protocol where ES is going to take this high and NASDAQ should be able to take it as well, even if it takes it later than ES, right? So I'm going to set some alerts up here on these equal highs. All right. Bro, I got a terrible feel on one of my accounts, bro. Hopefully it pulls back a little bit so I can get a better feel, but it probably won't. All right, here we go. So I got a terrible feel on one account, bro. So Lumi's not in the trade. Tanya took the short off of this. And where is YM? You want to see YM essentially tap into something, which you can see we have this weekly open. You want to see it build an order block. So this is where you want to see price find that support because of what you see across the board. You don't want to see YM wasting time. If it does pull back into here, you want to see it rip. All right. So let's see. I'm going to watch YM. Stuff like this is important to me. I want to see every correlated asset show me that it's building bullishness and respecting it. It shouldn't be hard for price to respect certain levels. You know what I mean? This should be ripping. Where's ES at? Hold on. Let me pull up ES. So yeah, I'm going to sign out of Lumi's trade. Tanya, I don't think she's going to take another trade. Nobody else is in a trade right now, so we're chilling. There you go. So yeah, first attempt here on the longs at 27,214. As I mentioned, it's a little bit of a premature entry. However, once we clear this EMA and we respect certain levels, you just have to give the trade a chance to go. Put your stop loss below where 500, make it like 550, 570, right? You're looking to your left and you're saying, all right, what is a good stop loss to the point where I can just put this trade on and I don't have to touch it. I don't have to go break even. That's about perfect there. $70 more than what I would anticipate. Usually 500 is cool, or 1,000. And then now you're seeing this resistance, but when I look over on ES, we've already broken all of this resistance. So you're gonna see a pullback. The pullback is algorithmic. Either it's gonna pull back deep, right, and continue, or it's gonna just pull back slightly, maybe fill in a gap, tap into these highs, just pull back, maybe even tap into the EMA again before going higher, right? You know that type of price action is on the way. So I may let me see. I think I can get a better feel here. Yeah, I can.
Order filled.
I'm gonna get a better feel. Oh no, as soon as I do stuff like that, I'm gonna have to take YM on a different account here. I'm gonna have to take YM. Unless it pulls back deeper. Because as soon as I got out, it goes right back up. But that's okay. That's, like I said, that's just one account. All my other accounts, I'm filled. I'm looking to get this account in motion. If we take... That's not bad. That's not a bad trade, bro. This is an eval, so I'm looking to. That's crazy, bro. As soon as I clicked off of it, it rips.
Order filled.
Yeah, YM's gonna be the one I'm taking here. There you go. Just need to see it close through this midnight price. Get back going up to the upside. 3 minis would be 1,000. Nice. Nice, yeah. I'm gonna take that over there. 3 mini boys. Let's get this closed, man. Don't rip. Please don't do nothing strange. It's 10:44, right? We're in that second macro. We're in that second macro. YM should start reaching here. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to move this down a little bit. Closure above this midnight price again, maybe on like a 2-minute chart. Yeah, give me a 2-minute closure in the next 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I'll go in with a 70-point stop, and I'm looking for at least this 930 price. That's a long move, bro. I gotta get a little bit more sniper. I don't want that big of a stop. But I gotta cover at least this low. So 65 is the most I'll do here. And then I'll just go like 1.25. Yeah, just 1.25. You see how slow YM is? I'm almost a little nervous to buy this. That's insane to me, bro. I mean, as soon as I got out, like, it didn't even wait a second. All right, yeah, there we go. Show some life. If I see some speed over here, I'm cool with it, because YM is usually trades better towards the end of the week anyway. And that's gonna be 3. How many would one contract be? 325. All right, yeah, there we go.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm filling in there. Hopefully it doesn't try to scam me, bro, because these are running. Let's go, man. Let's go, kid. Let's go, kid. I am floating really nice on this one here. Really nice. Let's go. Now, YM, I would love to see you just burst real quick. Or maybe not. Did we take this high yet? No, we didn't. YM, let's see what you got for us, kid. So, buy limit here. Trade number 2. And it meet, bro. I am a king of this. I don't know how it does it. I've officially earned that crown of the king of top ticking and bottom ticking trades. The wrong way though. Like, no matter when I get in, it gives me a candle of like, haha, we were waiting for you to get in. Now we're gonna ruin your entry because you're an immediate drawdown. It's hilarious, bro. But good speed. It makes you wonder like where the real draw is, because I think this draw is not even the target. I think maybe this is the high. So that's why I'm okay with buying YM. I'm anticipating a nice move higher. We did just take out these highs here, so you see that pullback. And this is where you just let the trade do whatever it wants to do, bro. You can't really babysit this type of trade, because if you think about the power of 3, we haven't gone anywhere yet, right? 930 is right here. We're sitting right at that 930 range. You know what I mean? So if price is truly bullish, it has a long way to go. Question is, how does it get there? Does it get there right now? Does it wait for the afternoon to get there? You never know. You never know. But we're chilling right now. And here goes another pullback into this order block right here. So let's keep an eye on this order block. We've already closed through it easily. Price could tap into here and continue higher. All right. YM is dipping. But I like that it's just still bullish though. I'm okay with these little subtle pullbacks as long as they're quick. And then you get that 5-minute expansion, 10-minute expansion, 15-minute engulfing candle. You know what I mean? Let's watch the 15-minute. We got 10 minutes left in this candle. Let's see if we can hit this high by 11:30 or 11:15. All right. And meanwhile, YM is not going anywhere. That would be so unfortunate if YM does this. That would be bad. Because YM is digging right now. And we just broke this order block. Let's see the 2-minute. Yep. We need to see a 5-minute wick or a 4-minute higher time frame wick here. Otherwise, this is spooky. Meanwhile, good job, NASDAQ, bro. It's the second day this week I kind of ruined my entry price, but it was literally as soon as I go to tap right here, it runs all the way up here. And then as soon as it starts pulling back, I'm like, let me get a better entry. Bro, this is hilarious to me, bro. The markets are hilarious. Like, how does it keep doing stuff like that to me? Like, I'm not even trying to do anything crazy. All I'm doing is waiting. And it's like it knows when I'm waiting and it gives you these moves. And then it also knows when I'm about to get out or get in. Because the most random candle happens as soon as I get in. And now YM is leaking, bro. I might take a loss on this. I don't have much more wiggle room on this. That's hilarious. But at the same time, I'm filled on all my other accounts, so we just need for NASDAQ to do its thing. We're not really too worried about YM. I don't know though. Some stuff is just weird, bro. Because now if you look at the clock, it's 10:50. Remember we were talking about this 30-minute candle? We called that spot on, right? We were saying that now that we have this 30-minute candle here, this manipulation, you want to see the next 30-minute candle pick up what was left behind here and take it higher. That's exactly what's happening here. Really nice. Let's see if we can get that follow through, man. I want to see that bullishness that we've been seeing all week. Tesla came out, some good numbers. Let's see what Tesla's up to, actually. Tesla's flat on the day. That's not good, bro. Let me see that. Let me see that. Come here. Come on, bro. Just rip. If it's flat, it's only 11. Let's see if we can end the day with some positive gains on the markets all across the board. Like, all across the board. This trade was phenomenal, though. It just makes you appreciate how good it is when you go look at YM and you see how YM is still wasting all this time as if it's not bullish. And then anyone trading YM is like, bro, YM sucks. And I'm starting to agree with that. This is way too long. You did get the wick here, but at what point do you start flipping? It's 10:53. You don't want to see price get too comfortable underneath this weekly open, bro. You saw how far it was able to dig into here the last time it did that. So you definitely want to see it stay above here, and that's what makes this trade uncomfortable. It's right at that point of no return. Like, why are you still hanging out here? I need you to get away from here. Play around entry, right? Accumulate around the entry. That makes me feel a little better. Meanwhile, ES, NASDAQ, no drawdown. This trade was timed exquisitely. EMA holding up nicely. You got the order block, push up, retest. You want to see price close through this high. You know what I mean? Excellent, bro. You can't draw this up any better, bro. Is that long unfunded, bro? I'm long everything, bro. All of my accounts are long. I just had to take a bad entry on one of my accounts, which is essentially the account. Here, let me do this. See if I can change it. It's just trash because we know where price is headed. It's just whether it gets there before stopping us out or not. That's the only question. Is it going to go with us, or is it going to try and take me out before it goes? Because I waited long enough, bro. So, you know what I mean? We should see some. There we go. All right, we're chilling, bro. We're chilling. Let me fix this, though. Hold on. Let me fix this. Oh, man. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. You want to see a strong close here, though. At this point, you don't want to see no more playing around because the 30-minute over here is garbage. Oh, okay. I get it now. We just tapped into this bearish fair value gap. So you're going to see sellers in here. Now we got to absorb the sellers before we can even go anywhere. Which, let me see. We tapped into that. Yeah, we're good. It's going to wait for this next 30-minute candle, bro. It's going to just waste time. So we've tapped into that 30-minute gap. We pulled back into, where's all my levels? Are there no levels here? I don't see any levels. Oh, I took it off. Maybe. Yeah, I did. All right, yeah. So, okay, yeah, these levels are holding. My stops are below this 10 a.m. price. So the fact that we tapped into this 30-minute bearish, drove back into here and showed more bullishness, that makes me still like the buys, right? So yeah, we're loaded up on these longs, and I took YM because my fill was bad over here on one of my accounts, which is so lame, bro. I'll probably stop doing the market executions, to be real. I'll start doing the limits outside of certain areas because I'm waiting for a closure to close above here, and then it ends up closing way up here, right? This is crazy, though, how YM decides it just doesn't want to go anywhere. Meanwhile, we are ripping. That's not good, bro. That's not good. I think I'm going to go break even as soon as I can on YM. Because now that we're pushing through these highs, this is starting to look pathetic. Unless we get like one of those random nuke candles where it just blasts off, catches up.
Order filled.
Hold on. I just heard my alert go off. I'm thinking it hit TP. Why is YM still in this area? I'm telling you, bro. Like, I think I'm an idiot. I will not be trading YM ever again. Because this is pathetic. It's the same exact setup that just gave you 78 points, $900 on NASDAQ. Another $900 on ES. Yeah, over here, it refuses. Bro, get out of here, bro. Yeah, YM is absolute dog water. It's gonna sit here and pretend to be bearish for as long as it possibly can, and it might even be bearish. But at this point, why are you still going lower? What are you doing? Is there a 30-minute low you want to be sweeping out? What are you doing? Are you really bearish, or are you scamming lower for no reason, bro? How is this even possible? Gold going higher, everything going higher except for YM. That's not okay, bro. Look at it. There's no great job, Naz. I'll have to pay for that. It cost me $1,000 trading you today. All right. That eval was supposed to be passed, bro. That was the last trade I needed. That's insane, bro. So that 1,000 is gonna max out the eval. If you're in NASDAQ, there's no reason to even bat an eye, bro. Like, you're just chilling, looking for this high TP, which would be 96 points. And the sad part is YM can still be bullish, but at this point, they know nobody wants to buy it, and that's when it'll skyrocket. Or it might just dump. At this point, bro, I'm just waiting for NQ to take this high. And honestly, you don't even have to wait for it, bro. This is already 1.4R, 1.35R right now. Because this looks too aggressive. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it makes you think that we're going to see some type of flash crash over here. So it's like, maybe just take your 800. Yeah, bro. Move your stop. Or just move your TP down to like 800. Secure the bag. Definitely. It's just, part of me is like, I'm still not fooled by YM. You just want to see that speed. It's almost 11:15. Yeah, bro. This is insanity, bro. You can't ask for a better move on NASDAQ. The only thing you could ask for is that it hits this high, but it doesn't have to. So that's where you like, you give it a chance. If it sits here and plays stupid, you just do something like that and kill it. Beautiful. So it gave, if you move your TP under current price, it just takes you out live. All right, there you go. So that's that. Let me stand by here. Hold on one second. My son's a little bit too quiet. So this was the bait of the day somehow, bro. Some stuff is just so weird to me, bro. 930 up here. Why are these so strong yet? The Dow Jones, which it is weaker. However, we have made no sweep, no drive back into a discount here. Oh, maybe we did. Yeah, maybe we did. No, we didn't. We still haven't even hit 50% of this move down. I think it's going to try to run, but I don't know if it's really worth it, bro. I think YM just completely proved its worth. Do not trade YM. At least not right now. Maybe later on it'll get better, but this is pathetic. especially if this ends up making like a new high here. That'll be very pathetic if it took a deep drive back down to here in order just to make a subtle, how many points is that? 30-point move. It makes you think that once we take out this high, or maybe ES, let's see ES. Once ES takes this high or something, price is gonna try to reverse or something. That's what I'm thinking. But in reality, I don't see anything stopping NAS or ES. That's why I was only gonna take the buys. We tapped into this area here and it held up beautifully. We caught the bottom of this move flawlessly, right? Same exact profile is showing right here on NQ. I'm sorry, NASDAQ and YM here. Yeah, you see YM still underneath this weekly open, still underneath this midnight price, as if it's like, nah, I'm chilling. I know I'm bullish, but I'm chilling, guys. I'd rather just chill down here. I don't really want to be up there. You know what I mean? And then once we take highs out over here, it's going to create that pullback effect. Then you get YM sweeping out these lows and then going like this. It's like, what? But I guess that's like the algo protecting itself. I don't know. That's my fault though, bro. That won't ever happen again. I can promise you that. And that was just me trying to, I gave the market a little bit too much credit. I'm like, we happened to see that yesterday though, right? We saw YM actually rip on Wednesday. So I'm like, all right, YM's back. Everything was bullish yesterday. Wrong. Delete YM from your vocabulary. Only use it if you're just interested to see where it's going, but do not trade it. All right, yeah, there goes that. All right, now I can kill everything. I can't even be upset, bro. I can just be how you say, be more cautious. Do not trade YM, bro. It will steal your money and laugh in your face while the others pay you in full. 1.6 R. Yeah, I gotta start just creating my limits and just letting my limit carry me, because it's tough. Like, it's a tough game, because the reason I try to be a little bit more patient is because there's been times where, let's say I'm waiting for a breakout of this this level right here. This is what I was watching. All right, let's say I'm waiting for a breakout here. No, it wasn't there. It was here. I'm waiting for a breakout above here. There's been times where you try to buy it because it looks like it's gonna break it, and then it just slams right back, goes straight to stop, and then breaks it on the next run, and then you're paid out. And I'm like, I got tired of that happening, so I'm like, let's just wait for a closure. If I waited for this close, I still had a good entry, bro. But in my brain, I'm like, bro, it's about to pull back. ES takes the high. We're gonna pull back. Let me get in down here where I really want to be in at. It's like, I promise you, bro, it's like the market knows, bro. The times where you just are like, I don't care, I'm just gonna buy it. This looks like a buy. As soon as you get in, it pulls back so deep. And you're like, man, I could have waited. Next time I'm gonna wait. And then the time where you wait, this is what it does. It pretends like it wants to pull back. Like, I'm waiting for the pullback for sure today. And it just takes off without you. Those are like the parts of trading that make it hard. Not like reading what it's telling you. Because as you can see, right, I drew this trade up like 20, 30 minutes in advance, right? Yet I didn't get the right entry. I ended up missing the trade simply because I wanted a better entry, right? It wasn't that I didn't know where it was going. I wanted a better entry. So I enter over here, proving to be the worst decision you could have made. YM is in a dungeon, trapped. The sad part is, though, it's still in bullish territory. So, like, it's not like you can draw up a short and be like, I'm going to short this because it doesn't want to go higher. You can't do that. You just have to sit back and let price do whatever it wants to do. But these levels right here, this EMA, this is the first area that has to be broken, which it already broke it. So that's the part where it's like, I don't think I got time for it. Maybe with a 30-minute break. But yeah, we're chilling. I'm gonna wrap this up. That's a shame because I was supposed to pass that account today. I'm not gonna trade it anymore. And then you got the weekend is here. Yeah, so we're chilling. I think FOMC is next week as well. Let me see. Yeah, I think FOMC is next. It's sad because part of me doesn't want to give up on YM. I know that YM's had a tough week, though. That's the catch. YM showed you earlier in the week that it was lazy. It had one good day, which was yesterday. And then look at where we are now. We are... Okay, we still have a decent... Oh, wow. This is where the lows are. We never took these highs. Just chilling, bro. Left them, pull back into this discount here. Sitting right at 50%. Knowing YM, excuse me, it could dip way down in here and then pretend like it's ready to go then. So, man, it's a it's a dub for YM. It is a dub for YM. But really, where is the draw, right? I'm looking at ES close strongly above here. These internal highs really don't impress me. They are 30-minute highs, but if you go like a 4-hour candle, we know the higher time frame is serving as better draws lately. So I wouldn't even, I wouldn't say that it's done going higher. We could end up pushing to this high. It's only 11 o'clock, so that's why I'm chilling, seeing what these charts have for the next 30 minutes. Because so here's how I like to break it down. For the most part, for 9:30 up until 10:30, which would be right here, you're expecting the market to genuinely show a true power of 3, right? So we had some accumulation, we had a sweep, more accumulation, and then we attempted to go lower, failed, right? And with that move lower, you saw this break in structure. So it was time for me to look for longs, right? Look at what time this confirmation came, right? I was officially bullish by 10:30. This 9:30 to 10:30 window gave you the idea. And then you see that 10:30 to 11 candle is your delivery candle, right? Now, if we are truly bullish, we have 10 minutes left to either continue higher or potentially build some new structure to continue higher off of. So I'm considering that 9:30 to 11:30 window all the time we need to get to that external liquidity, right? And if YM tries to run here, I'll buy it, bro. That's the sad part, bro. Like, nothing's telling you to short YM and it's paying shorts. That's the sad part. I hate when price does stuff like that. But if you can get another entry model, you can't blame yourself for taking it. Now we're back above 10 a.m. You're looking for that bearish candle, that price close. Look at that. Look at that. Look at price, right? You see price close through this bearish candle. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, guys. You guys should be better than me. Like, I'm making mistakes that shouldn't even happen. We push off of this order block, tap into it, displace, nice breaker structure here. All right, so now any pullback, oh my goodness, look at this. This is what I'm talking about, bro. You don't even get a chance to get a good entry, bro. It's gonna try to force you to buy it up here. And now you just have to put your stop way down here and hope that you get that expansion. 1122, yeah, I'm gonna try this one last time for the stream. For the streamers out there who really need a good trade set up. This is like a B plus. I'll go like 2. I'll go 1. How many is 2? Wait, let's see. 2 would be 700. All right, nice. So you are getting a pullback. There we go. There we go. YM is not playing, bro. It's giving you the algorithm on top of the algorithm on top of the algorithm, right? We see the same buy signal 3 times on YM. Push up. This yellow zone was my first buy signal, waiting for a breaker structure. We broke structure. Pull back into here, start respecting this level. There's your buy signal there. That's one. I was looking for a buy above that weekly open, above that 6 a.m. That was the first buy signal. Now you push down, sweep into this original area, which is green right here. This green zone. Another secondary level where we push up, pull back, and break structure off of this level, right? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy that, bro. But we push off of that, and then you see, what do you know? Like, price pushes right back into here and gives you another one. You get the bearish candle, you get a run off of it, you get a retest, you get a breaker structure, and now you're seeing price accelerate randomly. Like, get out of here, bro. And like I said, by 11:30, you're going to see price either continue or fail. This algorithm really only works when the volume is high, though. So like at the end of the year, this type of trading, you won't be able to make too much money off of it. Unless we get good volume. Maybe there's a war or something stupid. You know what I mean? But all that type of stuff isn't really year round. This type of price action is seasonal. And right now we're at the peak season for trading, which is something you really don't learn until you've been trading for a few years. Like the second quarter of the year is typically the best for trading. You got the first 3 months, January, February, March, and then April, May, June. Those are the best for volume. Sometimes the summer is okay, like the first half of the quarter, like June, July, maybe August. But really, it's the second quarter, and then that third quarter, October, November. Wait, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, the beginning of the last quarter is fire. And then December slows down. But I'm looking for this external high to be hit. And I'm looking for YM to stop going lower. Like it doesn't deserve to go any lower at all here. Like, stop it, bro. What is wrong with this? The fact that it feels the need to pull back at all is like concerning to me. Like, bro, it's 11:25. You're stuck here. Why do you keep pretending to pull back? Are you really just this disingenuous? Are you just eager to just scam here today? We got this EMA though, but it's like I don't even want to see a pullback at all, bro. Like at all. We've seen enough garbage. If this is your last pullback, I'm okay with it, but that's almost aggravating. But who am I, right? You can't give these charts too much credit, bro. This market could sit here and do absolutely nothing, and nobody would be responsible for that. No one would be held responsible for the market stealing millions and going sideways. So here we are. We're tapping right back into this green zone for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th time. But this time I have a proper stop down here. It gets back down here. I was just destined to get smoked on YM. It refuses to go higher. I just don't like how close we are to these highs, and YM isn't even bothering doing anything, bro. I know you guys feel my frustration, bro. You can feel it. You can't get anything better than this, and this is why everyone likes NAS and ES. Let's see if gold gave a good setup today. Probably didn't, right? It's probably looking like YM. Well, at least we're above 10 a.m. 9:30 low. Break structure. It gave you volume at least. It didn't give you the best entry though, but yeah, man. Today will be my last day trading YM, so let's hope it's ending with a banger. Goodbye, YM, man. This is your farewell opportunity, bro. Send us back to 9:30 open up here. And I want to see you do it within the next 30 minutes with no more pullbacks. All right, cool. So how this 5 minute candle closes here is gonna tell me whether we should expect YM to just die or what. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I don't want to see these little tiny candles. I want to see one candle go straight up 100 points. So I'm looking at this because now we got this bearish range, right? Where you see price close through this level right here. So you get this closure. Now you got a bearish range on the upper half here. This has to hold if you're anticipating lower. It looks like it might, bro. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kill these buy ideas, bro. I don't think these are gonna survive. YM is well underneath the EMA now, not even attempting to break it. And then you have, we take out this high here, tap into this order block. We saw how bearish this order block was to begin with. Got a nice run off of it. So you're liable to see some rejection off of here again, right? When you understand these order blocks are simply leaving the clues for you, right? So we start rejecting and then start closing underneath these 5 minute candles again. I would say the shorts are gonna pick up. You got some bullish fair value gaps down below. Yeah, price could fill something like that. You know what I mean? So that is a reasonable trade idea. Yeah, unfortunately, I think YM is just a loser. Which sucks because some stuff isn't even that hard, bro. Like, it's not that hard. Like, why is YM choosing to be so difficult? It's one thing not to be bullish. It's another thing to give 5 or 6 buy signals that just don't go anywhere. Yeah, if we start, look at the rejection. It's a minute left. You saw a lot of bullishness up here, failing right now. 1 minute chart may even have a clean profile. SMT. So this is where like the moment of truth is, because you do not want to see any market structure shift right now if you're bullish. This shift structure off of this SMT. Short, yeah, there it is. The selling pressure is just sneaking in there. You see these quick flashes lower. You just need a breaking structure. Breaking structure. Oh, wow, look at US 30. Bro, get out of here, bro. I can't trade stuff like this, bro. Look at it, bro. Why does it take? What just happened? Nothing happened. That is crazy, bro. Look at this is what I'm talking about. Bang! Let's go. We are back in the green, baby. This is what I'm talking about. Let me get off of these charts, man. Let's go. Look at that here. Just flip these back green. I was down 1,000. Now we're back and we are good to go here. That is what you call trading, bro. This is what you call trading, bro. You can't tell me this isn't a perfect example of scam activity. Who saw that? Are you kidding me right now? Let's go, man. Let's go. My goodness, bro. You see, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Look at that. That's a 1 to 1.1 to 2 R in seconds, bro. Okay, YM, I take that back. I might be able to trade you, bro. I respect that. I respect that. Are you kidding me right now, though? This is crazy. This is what you call insanity, bro. Apply. This is what you call insanity. Look at it. And we're done by 11:46, so it took 15 minutes longer than what I would expect. I'm out of here, man. I am out of here. Let me run away. Thank you, Lord. That was, bro. That was almost too good to be true. Look at this. Look at the drawdown we had to deal with. Did anybody catch this? Hold on, let me drop this in the chat, bro. YM, I'm gonna tag Dan. I'm not Dan. Dale. Dale. Dale, are you seeing this? Dale, check out your boy. There you go. Look, and yeah, good job, bro. Fire. Yeah, this week ended up being phenomenal. Monday was the one day I closed red. And that wasn't even. Let me tag Dale. Bro. Check out YM. Check out YM. Nice. Good job, Philip. Philip took the longs. Let's go, man. 27,190. What's your fill? Let's see. 27,190. Look at that fill, kid. You got the best fill. 27,190. I think I'm on the wrong track. The wrong contract. Yeah, I am. You got to go to the continuous to get the prices that you guys are trading. There you go. 27,190. Yeah, there it is. Still a really good entry, bro. My goodness, that's the same thing. Bro, that's beautiful. My goodness. My fill was at what? I don't even know what my fill was. My fill was at... These are banger-worthy trades, bro. These are the type of trades, like I said, these are full port trades. These are, if you're looking to pass an eval, these are the ones that you full port. They're too clean. When they give you step for step every single piece of the puzzle, the hit rate is too valid, right? We had an entry at here. YM was the only one that really was lame today. But I can give it its respect because it did I got a crazy entry here. I got filled at 211. That's crazy. I didn't even realize how sniper that was. And I didn't have that big of a stop, like 60 points. 1.5 at the high, bro. That was what you call extraordinary. The only sad part was all the stress we had to deal with over here because I'm buying it up here with my stop way down here. My stop was way down here. It literally just stops you out. Underneath this order block, stops you out. Oh, I see what it did, guys. Look at what it did. There was an unmitigated down close candle sitting right here. So all of this that I had drawn up, I was looking at this as the catalyst, this green area, right? Which it low-key was. It printed a new order block down here that it just magically needed to fill just to hide the buys as long as possible. And look at what happens. It taps into it. That's where I buy it. Taps into it again. As long as you have a safe stop loss, you should be able to survive a pullback. And the sad part is, like, let's say, for example, you do buy right here and you just put your stop underneath here. You never get stopped out. Me, I was a little bit more aggressive knowing that NASDAQ and ES had already took off. So I'm like, it shouldn't pull back too far. Wrong. Stupid little boy. Pulls back as far as it wants to, stops you, gets back in, next trade. This hit TP in a matter of seconds. Let's go. Super clean day on the fundeds. I hit one of my evals hit the daily loss limit, so I couldn't trade that. But funded accounts are green on the day, up about, let's see how much this is, 600, 700, 800 bucks. Boom, boom, boom. So I'll put these trades in here. I'm not even gonna count that eval stupid loss because that shouldn't have been a loss. But as far as funded goes, 2 wins. Took the longs here on NQ, and then took a long on YM at the end there for another 200 bucks. But here's your trades on the funded today. And like I said, I was supposed to pass that stupid eval today too, bro. That would have been fire, but human error, bro. I made a mistake by switching. I should have just, if I would have just kept buying NASDAQ when I bought NQ, when I bought YM, I bought YM at 1048. If I would have just bought NASDAQ, it would have hit TP twice, 2 or 3 different times. It's so stupid. I can't trade YM because of that, though. That's like the absolute last resort. But let me go ahead and screenshot this. Hopefully everyone had a solid session this week. Beautiful, beautiful. Couldn't have asked for a better finish to this week. And here, I'll just do it like this. YM, pull it to the side. That's the trade I took on my fundeds here. Got out like here, something like that. 1-to-1. 87. All right, there it is. So that you get that side-by-side comparison here. What you want to do is go into here, turn off. Should be over here. Crosshair. YM to your left. Yes, sir. Really just copy this. Delete that. That's the problem. And a lot of people are gonna wonder why you shouldn't short. Price tried to go short here. We saw it. We saw this try to go bearish. And we were not fooled. Bro, this, you can print this out, put it in your journal, study this trade right here. And don't trade anything else. Wait until you see this and go off on it. Hammer it. Boom, boom, boom. Kill some of these drawings or make them a little cleaner. All right, there's that. Why I'm scared us for a second here, but this was, bro, 100 plus points in 5 minutes max. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so we're chilling. Yeah, that's a good screenshot. Yeah, NASDAQ entry here, YM entry there. Those were the 2 A+ setups today. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm out of here, and as you can see, the move is done and completed by 11:45, which is exactly what we should expect when the volume is good. If we still haven't had a move by 11:30, get off the charts, right? That's gonna save us a lot of headache, bro. So that's why the stream times are updated to what we have them now. 9:30 open until about 11:30, 11:45. All right, I'm gonna drop this in the chat now. You guys enjoy your weekend. We are officially ready for next week. Monday will be a warm-up day. I'm going paper. Paper on Monday. Paper Mondays, warm-up days. Win or lose, I really just don't want to take a loss on a Monday. Those have been my toughest days lately, so you guys take care. I'm going to drop this in the chat room. If you're not in the chat room, or if you caught a really good trade today, yeah, if you caught a good trade today, jump in the chat room, man. Post it in there. Fire. All right, yeah, so here's the chat room link. We all pretty much trade Power of 3, ICT, and the algorithm. You feel me? I'm not trading order flow. I'm not trading anything that has to do with anything outside of candle structure and algorithmic time-based price action. All right, there we go. Oh, did I not even post the stream link today? I didn't. I thought I did. My bad. Anyway, new stream time. 2-hour strike zone. Complete. 9 a.m. NQ was how many points? NQ was 97 points to the hourly high. And what do I say? If you're bold enough to hold it, bro, these levels are being slapped. The higher time frame draws are being slapped, kid. It's almost like too good to be true. Like every day I'm waking up, I'm like, well, today's gonna be the day where we don't have this massive move. I'm good. I'm happy to get my piece of the pie, but it's like part of me is like, bro, like you know where it's going. I need to get an account where I just only, let it go to the full targets. Because this is a lot of risk to reward, right? If you get out at 1.5, 1.6, which I got out like 1.4 or something, you were offered 2.4 on this trade. That's 2 days worth of trading. In one trade, same amount of risk, just a bigger reward, right? So if it keeps it up, I'll do it. Part of me thinks one day we're gonna wake up and the market's gonna be back to what it used to be. Yeah, but internal high, 1 hour early candle here. About 90 points there. And I think I got some good clips of this session, so I may be able to post some highlights on Reels. Just as education, right? You're not gonna see me posting like, "Oh, look how much money I made today," without telling you exactly what I did to make that money. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve when I look at people on social media. They're quick to throw money in your face. We don't care about your money, bro. That's yours. That's not mine. I don't care about it. What did you do? How did you make that? That's the only thing people really care about. Good job for you. You made a lot of money, but are you gonna share how you did it? If not, keep scrolling. Then how many points was YM? YM was 100 plus points too. You needed a what? You needed a what is that? You needed got in here. You needed like a 90 point stop to make 90 points. That ain't bad. Yeah, safe stop at this point, right? You see how deep price was driving. You don't want to get swept out again, so you're like cover the low. Yeah, 90 points. FOMC is next week, so take it easy. I'm telling you, next week, I'm chilling. I am chilling. I'm only getting in on very, very, very specific trades. It has to look just like this, essentially. If it doesn't look just like this, especially during FOMC, I'm not trading it. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of like discrepancy in the model where you're like, well, I'll still give it a chance because it still looks good, but not during FOMC week. It's like yesterday's trade was slightly different. But the fact that we had no bearishness up above, bro, this is a dream. This is a dream. All right, so I am out of here. I'll get one last screenshot of NASDAQ. And then I'll just put this on there. Drop this. All right, so that's a wrap for today. See you guys on Monday. Take care. Be smart. Market looks like it could pull back here. I would almost anticipate a pullback now, right? We've made a new high. Once you understand that, you gotta drill that into your brain. Like, don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Anytime a high is taken as a trader, you should anticipate a pullback. It won't do it all the time, but more times than not, you're going to see some sort of pullback, right? Which is why I didn't want to short, right? I don't like shorting after price is taking out lows. You have to wait to see what happens. A lot of people were shorting this, which is, it's going to happen. We longed simply based on the idea that when price is sweeping lows, you should expect a reversal, bro. You should not expect price to just keep going. Sometimes it does, right? And that's how it gets people, right? Tricks you into thinking that that's the right way to do it. But yeah, you guys take care. God bless. Everyone have a blessed weekend. And be ready for next week, man. This is peak trading right now. Peak. Catch you guys later.